The Thunder aren't yet in the Heat's league, because that is 6 in a row, and that game wasn't nearly as close as the final score. That game was basically over after about a quarter when it was 32-17 Heat, first quarter. And Stephen A., in the end, the Heat proved to me once again they're a real basketball team. They are a ball-moving, defensively dedicated unit. And the Thunder, when the heat is on, the Thunder degenerate into two solo acts. Either Kevin Durant goes 1-on-2, or Russell Westbrook goes pell-mell down the lane 1-on-3. Now, they do get to the free throw line like crazy. The two of them combined for 27 out of 28 free throws. And where did that get them? It got them virtually nowhere. So, once again, Stephen A., I was right about the Heat. It's the Heat and everybody else, including your pick to win the West, the Thunder. They got no shot.
Well, first of all, if you're going to tell a story, don't tell part of it. Tell the whole story. Okay. I also picked the Miami Heat to beat them in the championship this year. So let's be clear. What we're talking about is a regular season contest. Now, contrary to what you may know, let me educate you about something here. If they were going to L.A., they may have lost the game. But since it was Oklahoma City and there's absolutely nothing to do the night before, clearly they had every reason to be focused.
I can find plenty to do in Oklahoma City.
Well, that would be Skip Bayless, okay? Not necessarily the modern NBA player. But let me also be clear. The Oklahoma City Thunder were clearly a disappointment. There's no doubt about that. I look at Kevin Durant. He missed a few shots to start off the game. LeBron James got hot early. Russell Westbrook's second consecutive game against the Miami Heat. He's 12 for 38 in his two shooting appearances. Now, here's the reality of the situation. That's not something that's going to last. Russell Westbrook is going to make some noise. It would be one thing if it were a nail-biter and Miami pulled it out. I think we could have learned more from that. But that's the kind of game last night where you just throw the tape away. You don't even bother watching it because you know that the Miami Heat, even though they're better collectively than Oklahoma City, they're not that much better. That was a lopsided matchup. As far as I'm concerned, OKC got blown out last night, and that's not something you really see. You're not going to see. Kevin Durant dropped 40, didn't have a point until the second quarter. When has Kevin Durant
22 in the fourth?
I understand that, but when has Kevin Durant went the first quarter scoreless? It just doesn't happen.
Oh, so maybe when LeBron James is guarding him?
Well, again, it didn't happen in the finals. The same LeBron James that was guarding him. This is Kevin Durant that averaged 33 on 54% shooting in the NBA Finals, and suddenly he's going to forget to score during a regular season game.
Who was the MVP of the finals?
Well, don't interrupt me. I'm talking.
Oh, LeBron.
Don't interrupt me. And what I'm saying to you is, don't talk to me as if it's normal. Yeah. What happened with Kevin Durant? Clearly, Miami is a better team. Clearly, LeBron is on a tear. Clearly, Oklahoma City's got some work to do. And we talked about how they miss Harden. There's some chemistry issues that they're still cultivating. No doubt about it. But it's the regular season. It's February.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
We wouldn't have a show unless I had one little criticism of LeBron last night. Just a little one.
That's kind of pathetic.
I did not love the way in the second half that LeBron fell back in love with his jump shot.
Why not?
He did attempt 4 3-pointers in the second half. Yeah. He made only one of them. I thought he got caught up in the trap of going back and forth with a heckler in the front row in Oklahoma City, who got on him in the first half, basically saying, shoot it because you can't shoot, LeBron. And at that point, LeBron made that 3. He did make 4 out of 8. So I'll give him a little bit of a pass here because sometimes I like it when LeBron, as he did in Cleveland, remember how he got into it with the heckler in Toronto and in Atlanta in a playoff game? I don't mind that. But I don't want to see LeBron get away from posting because in the first quarter, he destroyed Kevin Durant and Cephalosha in the post. Stay home where you belong, LeBron, in the paint.
Did it bother you that KD got his 11th tee? How do you feel about that?
He's just frustrated because he's got a knuckleheaded point guard. That's the problem. I'm sorry.
That's simple.
Hold on. It's interesting that you say that.
You're going to let me get away with that?
I'm not going to let you get away with that because, see, here's the thing. Do you have any idea how you sound?
Yes.
They're the number one.
Yes,
they're the number one seed. They're the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. LeBron has averaged 30 on better than 55% shooting for 7 straight games, and you're sitting up here complaining about a jump shot.
Wait.
Think about that.
Wait.
Think about that.
He would not be scared to do that.
70% of his scoring over this game tear that you talk about was in the paint.
I don't care. In the end, he's averaging 27.3 points per game on 56% shooting from the field. Excuse me, if he wants to try something new since he's romping over everybody in every other category, why not?